Okay guys, welcome back to MTG Arena here. Okay, so we've got a constructed event that we're going to do. Actually, this time around, I'm going to enter in with the Jeskai deck that I just created as well. Because we have these quests for cast 30 white or blue spells and 20 red or white spells. And so if we get to a deck right here, Jeskai Control, let's put in Niv Mizzet on this picture right here. So anyways, so this is a deck list. Let's switch to this layout. Quite easy to see. 3 ops, 3 shocks, 2 seal aways because we are more spell based, so that's what we want to do. But we do still want a 2 mana removal spell at instant speed. Aside from we could do lightning strike, but seal away is a bit more. I feel like it deals with bigger creatures such as wild growth walker and stuff like that. If that gets out of hand as well. Essence Scatter just as a control outlet. Enigma Drake would be great here. Crackling Drake as well. And then Murmuring Mystics. We don't have the four ofs of each of these, so I'm just going to split between 2 in our collection. I don't have a planar cleansing in my collection, so Citywide Bust will be help deal with the bigger creatures basically, because we don't have a way to deal with any hexproof stuff like Carnage Tyrant and stuff like that. Sinister Sabotage can deal with other things. Fight with Fire can be a game ender. Now I do want a risk factor in here. I do want to deal some sort of burn damage to them while they're doing that. Same thing with Expansion Explosion. Hopefully we can cast it pretty easily. Deafening Clarion. Again, we only have 1 in our collection, so that's why there's only 1 here. Beacon Bolt here. 1 Chemist's Insight because we only have 1. Anyways, Lyra to top it off. Niv to top it off as well. And then in the sideboard we have Nezahal, but we don't really care about that. We do have our lands though, so that should be easy enough. Hopefully that when we do crack open our Ixalan packs, we'll get quite a bit of check lands, so we don't have to spend our rare slots on those quite as much. Okay, so let's get started with this. So it costs 500 to enter. We have just barely enough, so I'll get this going with this Jeskai Control. Let's see how far we get to. Okay, let's get going. Also turn on a bit of music as well. Where? Watch later. No site. History. Don't remember. Okay, so. Okay, so opponent goes first, and we've got some. I think this is a solid hand right here. We have 2 blue sources for Sinister Sabotage. We've got all the colors that we need, so let's keep it. And it smells toasty right now. Oh, even a Steam Fence to top it off. We don't need to cast up. We want to save it for Nimbus anyways. So just enter tapped. Let's do that. Play on with this one. Sorry. Oh, bloody fucking hell. Yeah, I forgot about that. Let me plug in my headphones. Oh, we've got a mirror match going on here. Let's pass the turn. Okay, there's some gas that's been. Okay, I'm just smelling a bit of gas. Okay. Oh, Revitalize, that could be a good one for us as well. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Okay. So they're going to pass the turn, hopefully. I guess the seal away is quite useless right now. I'm assuming it'll be good in the late game, but I'll do this this opt anyways. We want to look for some card draw, some answers. That's not going to cut it. Let's draw that. That's fine. Drawing some. Ooh, that's good. That's what we want to see. Just to force them to do the burn. To choose between that. If they want to counter that, they'll be using on this rather than on our actual spells that we care about. So we're going to do that. Oh, they missed a land drop, so that's good for us. So they either take the 4 damage because they can have some life gain. So I'm assuming they're going to take the 4 damage. So we want to keep burning the life total down at least. So that's good. Great. That's good. That's good. That's good. Okay, so I'm assuming this Deafening Clarion won't be that great. I may toss it to the risk factor. The lifelink is pretty good though, but the 3 damage is not going to kill any Drakes or any Liar Dawnbringer as well. So I think I'll do discard the Deafening Clarion. This is their window to cast the Chemist's Insight if they need to. Okay, so they can take another 4 points of burn damage right here. I rather like the risk factor. Okay, so we have a chance to play our own Teferi, but they obviously have counter spells, so we're not going to play into that, and so we can counter their stuff as well. So it's going to be a long game of just passing turns right now. So we're both going to late game, and let us deny the card draw actually. Actually it's not, because if they get a land then they can resolve it to Teferi, and we don't want that to happen. So let's so if they want to tap out for Teferi, then that's good for us. Palatial Fortress. Look at all these expensive lands. So yeah, it looks like they're not taking. They're not going to do that. They went to discard as well. Do you want to keep hitting our land drops? So let's opt for a land as well. Okay, that's good. So when we get to a Div Mizzet, we can cast it. We have 1, 2, 3 red and 1, 2, 3 blue. Okay, so we've got enough for a Div Mizzet. Hopefully we can draw it. Okay, let's just do that. Keep going, because we want to hold up the Sinister Sabotage as well. And if they want to do that, that's fine for us. We're not going to counter them. We'll counter the more relevant spells. Okay, pass. So basically, I'm not sure who's going to be ahead at this point. They've got to discard. At least they're discarding stuff. And we've been... Oh, a Syncopate would have been great. At this point we've got 2 counter spells, so we've got to pass, and we don't have any land drops. Okay. Okay, there's a land drop for us. They're just passing right now. This is quite a bit of a game right here. So they have to discard irrelevant spells basically, because they're not doing much. So we have enough for 2 counters, and they have to, if they want to play a spell, then they have to hold up another counter, but we have the 2 counters for the counter basically. And we have the Beacon Bolt. That's what we'll be discarding if we don't get anything. Rather than the... Actually, we could do the Beacon Bolt. Sure, draw some cards. They're sculpting their hand, however, we could we're trying to force them to play into our counter spells. So someone's got to make the first move here. It's not going to be me, because I mean, I have 1 Teferi. You know, it's this player most likely has more of duplicates basically. We only have lots of 1-ofs or 2-ofs, so our resources are fairly strained at that point. So we have all 3 Sinister Sabotages in our hand, and so okay, let's see what they're just going to keep casting Chemist's Insight. I mean, technically they're in a better position than we are at card draw. Obviously, they're getting to look through the deck to play all the relevant spells. Okay, that's how you say relevant. I mean, have you seen Revenant? That's the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. So, but I have not seen it, so I want to see it at some point. However, when I have the time, at least. So he's going to discard. Oh, he's going to cast Div Mizzet. Okay. Pass turn. My turn. This will be interesting. We have 4 instant sorceries in the graveyard. We could play a Teferi and bounce theirs. They could have negates. I do want to get rid of the Niv Mizzet as soon as possible. Oh, they have a count. They have 3 mana open as well. So they do have a counter spell. So basically, that's going to be what, three spells. So what they could do, I think the best bet is just to play my Murmuring Mystic, and then hold up my seal away for that Niv Mizzet. Seal away plus a Sinister Sabotage as well. So they want to decide if they want to counter this with one of their Sinister Sabotages as well. They could most likely have Iron Eyes, which is what I want to have with this Jeskai burn deck. Okay, so it can do 1 damage. They can't. They can. Okay, so it looks like they are looking to Lava Coil it as well. Oh, it's very. I'll let that go. So, looks like I don't have a counter spell for it. Let's see what they want to do. Oh, so now they're going to actually I want to minimize my chances that they're going to draw more cards and deal me a bit more damage as well. Okay, so maybe that was a window that we missed. Interesting. So we do discard the Lava Coil, then we get to cast this Beacon Bolt. But I think we'll have to discard the Beacon Bolt because we need to okay, so let's see here. Discard the Beacon Bolt. 1 damage to us, I'm assuming. Now they get to fully untap with all of this stuff as well. So, honestly, I actually just forgot to throw up the counter spell at the Teferi. So let's try here. See what they do. We do have 3 counter spells up. Negate that. So I can do the Row. That's a bit. I wish they could expand this a bit more. I think there's an option for us to zoom in on the entire stack, but I don't remember what to do. So they have negate as well. So we'll let that resolve as well. So if this reduces white mana by 1, so if they think we have a set of the wreckage, then it's not going to be. They might be more incentivized to attack. Resolve right here. We've got that. So we've got another bird token here. Obviously, I have plenty of spells that can just Niv Mizzet. I mean, Ralzeric and minus on the Mirroring Mystic. Okay, that's fine. I don't like letting these resolve. resolve. They don't need to attack with Div Visit. However, I want to try to make them incentivize attacking with Div Visit because that's just a game ender right there. So they know Div Visit will be going down next turn. Okay, so they basically have one at this point. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11 mana. Being able to draw through the rest of their deck pretty much more quickly than we can has been a huge detriment right here. And Nimbus can just shoot down my army of 1/1 birds. So let us just try to beacon bolt this thing. And they probably have another backup Nimbus in hand. And I'll discard this lava coil because there's not much for us to do. Draw that card, and they can ping us for it. Yeah, that's fine. So it's whether or not they want to counter this beacon bolt, because if they have a backup Nimbus, then that's not a problem for them. It'll be a bigger problem for us. Sinister Sabotage. Okay, I guess I'm going to have to counter that. Just because, so it seems they don't have Niv Miz in hand. The backup Niv Miz it. Otherwise, they would have let that go and then they just cast their second one. Let's see. We don't care about that. We want more relevant spells. Resolve. It's kind of a bad matchup because they've got the Nimbus first and we didn't get ours. So okay, we at least get this before they get to kill it. And we need to hit one of these guys here. Oh, bloody hell. At least I put in the Conclave Tribunals, or at least a Conclave Tribunal. Okay, next I'm going to attack Teferi. That's a bit more relevant right at this point. Okay, so I'm still going to play this out. I mean, they've got 19 cards left. I'm not sure if they've got, what's this? All the negates and every single thing that they can have. They've seen plenty more cards than we have with the Teferi and with the Ral and I think about 8 triggers of Div Visit. It's not fun. It's not fun indeed on the other end of the control. If it's quite more difficult to play the control deck, but it's quite annoying to play against the control deck. That's interesting. I'll let this resolve and then I can dig deeper towards my Murmuring Mystic as well. I haven't had an opportunity to play my Teferi. Crackling Drake, okay, that's fine. I've got the seal away for it. Let's ups now at least. Justice Strike should have been good. I think we would like the Justice. Ooh, that's good. That's real good. I like that indeed. So hopefully we can have a window to resolve this Teferi since they've burns 1 Sinister Sabotage, 2 negates here, a Syncopate, that's a Scatter. I reckon they have another Sinister Sabotage in hand as well. I've got the seal away, so that's not a problem, and the Settle the Wreckage. I don't have enough to cast both of them. Oh great, that's going to be a problem. got that in hand. I'll try to resolve my Teferi. Bounce Niv Mizzet. I think that's the key right here. So I have enough for the risk factor and the seal away. So my goal is to stop that Niv Mizzet right now. And obviously they're going to... I've got a block for the Crackling Drake, so I'm not too worried about it. No attacks. They can dig towards that Niv Mizzet with one Teferi draw and then Ral is it, or vice versa. I think they should do Ral first and then draw the Teferi because they know exactly what. Wait, hold on. Third from the top. Okay, so they dig one Ral that's going to be Niv Mizzet exactly. Yeah, that's right. It's kind of. Okay, that's interesting. Now, if they have the counter spell here, then we're quite in trouble because they can ignore this Teferi. That's not really much of a problem for them. They've got two Planeswalkers versus my singular one. Pass. Probably going to try to attack here, and I'm going to try to seal away this Crackling Drake. Okay, that's the Sinister Sabotage there. I'll respond to that, but with the risk factor. With the Spell Pierce as well. Okay. Just great. Just fine and dandy. Can see. Yep. Okay, so that's game for us. Okay. So the mirror match is not that great right now, since we don't have the necessary cards to do it. Chemist's Insight's one of the biggest things, but we wanted to go straight for a counter burn deck. We need the Ionizers, so this is a lack of a mishmash, and it's like a bunch of one-offs, and it's really not that great at this moment. And okay, hedging on, basically drawing another land, and then we can do things, but other than that we're not doing much. So we've got to mulligan this and hope for a blue source at this point. There we go, that's the blue source. Enters tapped, go for it. Not really keen on taking some damage from our shock lands, so... Oh, interesting, that's a 2 mana to activate. Might as well do this, keep going. We got nothing going on anyway, so... but Enigma Drake is at least a blocker at this point. Question is, do we want to Deafening Clarion against this board? So it looks like white-black vampires. Do not underestimate the Bishop Soldier. It can do quite a bit of damage, basically. Okay. So they can attack and then we'll just block it. And then look at that. Vampire Neonate doing the work. Okay, so at this point I'm going to shock the face, get a spell in the graveyard as well, and then choose both modes and get a bit of life back. 2 life back to be exact. Great. Unfortunately, that's what we could do. And we do have a seal away for the next where we're doing next. Okay, so that's a problem. So we're not going to attack anytime soon, and rather than that, we've got no new card draw. So that's the sort of the problem with the risk factor, is that they get to choose whether you draw cards or not, and that's the downside of Punisher effects. And when you want to draw cards, they're probably not going to give you the cards. Okay, so we can just seal that away next turn. Hopefully we draw into a land. We did put 25 lands, which is, I think we might have to push it to 26 because we're playing quite a lot of big spells. Okay, that's fine. It gives us more reason to pass the damage. Play the seal away on that bishop soldier as well. Land, please. Great, that's good. That's good. So let's just play the Ral plus it. If they have a Legion's Vicious, Legion's Conquistador, or whatever that thing is. Okay, so Murmuring Mist, I think, is our best bet because we can get more creatures out of it. Crackling Jade lets us draw a card, so they've got to make a choice whether they want to attack the Ral or attack me. And I think attacking Ral should be what they want to go for. Next turn, this goes up to 4, but then they cannot kill. Ooh, that's a bit of something. But we want to get more blockers onto the battlefield first. So let us do. We only have one blue source. Okay, that's. So we want to get lands at this point. So that's great. Citywide bust, not much against the vampires here that are on 1/1s right here. So sort of good for us if we were playing against green black Golgari. We can kill the wild growth walkers and that would be great. As soon as one explore triggers happened, then we can kill it. Okay, that's a problem for us. That's quite a bit of a problem for us. How many we have got? 3, but we did draw this lava coil, so that's good. Yeah, we want to use the red because we have 2 more reds. Great. Plenty of birds now to block with. Let's keep drawing cards. I think we may be opt indeed. I could Conclave Tribunal and get my Enigma Drake back, but we do want to keep getting more blockers out, so opt is quite a bit of a better choice as well. If we get Niv Mizzet, we cannot cast it. Okay, so we can definitely see this to sabotage this. Definitely. Oh, that's good. That's good. Risk factor into risk factor. Okay. So they're going to try to knock it down just 1 notch for this. So I don't think that's the best plan. Killing all the lifelinkers. So I think keep plussing up. Yeah, let's double risk factor. That's fine. I think I'm going to take this chance and slam the Lyra down because I have the opt to get another block out if I need to. So I'm going to start the offensive attack. So I'm not sure what answers they can have. Wow, that's really lucky. However, we do have the risk factors. Oh, are they going to take Ral or Lyra? I think Lyra is more of a threat. So I'll go ahead and opt for this as well. Niv Mizzet is a great one. However, we did chunk that island to the graveyard, so let's dig for that blue source. Actually, I guess the fairy is. That's what we're going to play. And let's try to dig for that blue source. And they may scoop at this point. The wrong mana is open. Let's just attack them with the bird. Now I guess it should have attacked the Sacred Foundry as well, or the blue source. I think they should have attacked the island instead. just to represent that Sinister Sabotage. We are representing Ionize though, okay, so that's fine. But I'm going to risk factor anyway, so that's not a problem. Risk factor. So at this point, we're plenty ahead right now, and like they have underwhelming cards, even though they have the I forgot what these are called, the Oblivion Ring type effects, basically. This Lava Coil will actually not create a vet card token for them. I've got plenty of options to do, so I'm going to start off with the card draw. If we can get into a blue source, we can slam this Niv-Miz down. That's not a blue source. Let's keep looking around. Is it Viceroy? Jeez. Okay, well, plenty of those. We'll play the Crackling Drake. We have to use all of our blue sources for that. It doesn't really matter. There's a Settle the Wreckage. I think I rather like the Lava Coiling, and then we can untap blue source next turn. Yeah, just Lava Coil that, so they don't get an extra token out of that, and then we can just gem in with everything. We have a Crackling Drake on the prowl at this point. Doesn't really matter at this point if they can't draw a Cleansing Nova or something of that sort. I wish they had like a planar cleansing out. I think at this point, respect at this end of turn as well. We are overwhelming them with birds, with all the birds in the Marine. This is, I feel like it's sort of on the cusp of just being great. It's good. It's on the cusp of being great in constructed play at least. And I wish it would see more play because it's a Pyromancer effect, a young Pyromancer effect, but it's more resilient, although it costs 2 more mana. Okay. So they did it up to them to draw the cards, to have me draw cards or deal 4 damage. Like risk factor, being an instant, being a jumpstart card, that's just crazy. Okay, let's dig for that land. Let's keep digging. There's the blue source that we want to need. Good game. Not really, they were struggling quite a bit. But it's one game that's been won. And let's keep going. Let's go another one. Let's just play three matches or 3 games, and then we'll call it there. And then the next episode we can do the rest of this. It's been a while since we've been able to do a constructed event, because those are generally the cheapest, and nothing's been like, I haven't seen anything that's been quite what we're looking for. Oh, I go first, then I cannot take this hand. Yeah, can't take this hand. Okay, this is a much more serviceable hand. Opting into that, we just need to get that red source, play the Enigma Drake, and then we can keep the flat. Oh, I cannot turn that down. Cannot turn that down. So I'm not going to opt this turn. I'm going to opt next turn. Maybe I'll opt this turn then. Not really sure. I will say I'll take this and not opt this turn. Since I'm not going to be playing the Seal Away, they cannot play a hasted G2 Lava Runner. But they can play a maybe they can play that. That's actually something that's a target that I can seal away. So that's juicy target right here. Pass the damage, and we'll opt. Definitely not getting that. Cannot. Okay, Steam Vents is a good start. Lava Coil may be good as well. Choices. I think I'll play the Enigma Drake. pay 2 life, because I can block the Fanatical Firebrand, and if they want to sacrifice a creature to do 4 damage, or sacrifice itself to do 4 damage to my inventory, that's fine. That is sort of a way for them to deal with it, but I'm just slowing their board down if they want to do that at this point. Otherwise, they can shotgun Fanatical Firebrand, and then they can, yeah. So that's Lightning Strike. So that's what I'm assuming they're doing. Okay, so that's fine. We've got our window to play the Murmuring Mystic as well. So I'm assuming they don't have the Lava Coil on hand, and that's our window to resolve this. And it should most likely live, unless they just happen to have 2 Lightning Strikes, which they just play right now. Otherwise, they can do Shock and sacrifice a Dismissive Pyromancer. Otherwise, they're not burning us out by turn 4 or turn 5. So we are on that cusp of. So I'm not going to block because I want to keep this. Because yeah, that's fine. Look at that. So I'll go ahead and seal it away before they untap and do shenanigans with it. Now I do want to hit the 5th mana. So the question is, do I opt main phase, or I'm going to opt main phase, because if I can get to that land, then there's really no point in me waiting till that turn to do it. Might as well. A 5th land is better than no land. And in my opinion, it's going to be. What do they have on turn 4 that they could, like after this? Are they gonna play Rekindling Phoenix or something like that? That'd be actually pretty good for our Lava Coil. So that's another reason to like Seal Away and Lava Coil are good answers for pretty much anything. There was probably an argument to. The argument to play Seal Away is that there's only one instance that you can do this, is when it's a creature that's tapped. This is only one instance at which you can do this, is on your turn. We've got Sinister Sabotage, which is great. Not much to do. But they do have this treasure map, which is going to be a problem. They're going to flip it because we don't have any answers for it, because next turn they're going to flip it. We don't have any answers right now. Now what they need is an experimental frenzy, and that's probably what's going to get them back into this game. Otherwise, I'm just chipping away at them for now. And they don't have much. They're flooding out a bit. But then now they're having a better card selection than we are, at least. I'm thinking Treasure Map might be okay. I'm not going to be too worried about that 2 damage right now. I'm really looking like if they're a low to the ground deck with the Flame of Keld, I want to counter the Flame of Keld, because they are trying to dock the hand quickly. Ooh, that's good. That's real good. I'm going to go ahead and attack with just that, and then I'll block. No, I'll go ahead and Lava Coil, because I have the Sinister Sabotage if they want to play a Phoenix of some sort. Okay. Resolve. So I guess at this point I'll save the expansion explosion for the back end, the explosion part. So I think here, if they have a Banefire, then they win. If they have a Fight with Fire, I don't win. I haven't dealt them enough damage, so. They do have enough mana to fight with fire. They sacrifice all the treasures, tap all the lands, and then I think at that point I will use the expansion. and copy that Fight with Fire and then deal them 10 damage. Okay, GG. Damn. Okay, so that at that point, so our key point there was that we needed to counter that Pyromancer, because that all the Wizard's Lightning. So I had taken Banefire into account too late at that point, but oh, okay. Let's do one more. I want to end on a winning note, at least. Hopefully this isn't a loss. Is it too wide bust? Hopefully we're playing against Golgari. So in these constructed events, the more aggressive decks are more favoured. Oh, great. Merfolk. Oh, that's great. That's just great. We've got nothing to deal with anything Merfolk like right this instant. Not at all. Oh, great. This is going to be a loss. And we're drawing all of our big cards. Ooh, that was... Oh my gosh. Okay. J-Light Ranger. Jaded Silvergill Adept. Revealing a Silvergill Adept. Okay, so I think at this point we're... Ugh. Okay. We've got to Fight with Fire this right this instant. We're not going to let it go any further. Unfortunately, going to grow the Zebra Elite. It's too late for us. We can't play any of our creatures. Oh. Right. Oh. Okay, so for the next set that's coming out, Ravnica Allegiance. Oh! Oh! Great. We're still in quite a bit of trouble. At least we can cast this again if we can't do anything. Oh, great. Yeah, they're stuck on 3 lands, but they can do quite much more with 3 lands than we can. 5 damage right here, and then another 5 next turn. Okay, that's quite bust. It's going to the bin. Yep. And if they've got a pump spell, then we lose right here, right this instant. If I draw one more land and we play Lyra Dawnbringer, then we may have a... Okay, that's game. Okay, well, we've finished the series, and that's not... we didn't get to do much this game. Okay. And we've just won... Oh, man. Okay. So we can quick click to swap this as well. So unfortunately we did not get enough at all, and we can try again next time. Okay, well, see you guys next time. Bye.